Okay, it is alive. Impossible technology. Yeah. Well, we are back. Let's just imagine that nothing happened. Editor could not be opened due to unexpected error. Please consult the logs. Beautiful, beautiful. So is bitrate fine? Bitrate is fine. We are live. Everything is good. Ugh. Oh my god. I'm trying to open YouTube stream on like another on my laptop. And it just ain't having it. Is maybe YouTube cooked? Hello, it's my first time here. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I just restarted my stream because of the short like power flicker. Ay, 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 ay. Funny name, Cranberry Moscow Mule. Alright, I think we are fully back. Again, slightly apologize for this situation. Sometimes it just do be like that. Where was I? Our serialized routine, somewhere down below. There we have it. And what do we serialize now? Report path, then details. Details should be just an empty string. Let's actually compress it down to serialize string. What do we... So destination, right, is gonna be U8 pointer. Source is gonna be string. And I guess by how many you should advance will get like returned, right? So advance is like, I don't know, like S64. By how many bytes you should return, you should advance by. And so what we're gonna do is let's just call it memory. And so literally we have memory and it's like source dot count Well, I want to do that. So let's do memory. Let's do memory as U8 as this. Because I actually want to do this because this, doing it like this, gives me array bounds check. So if I go out of bounce, this will panic. So I don't want to just do pointer math. How do you have Emacs and Firefox on the back? I've used i3VM before and this looked very useful. Yeah, so this is Sway, but it is basically i3. I mean, the way you use it, i3VM, and I mean Sway by extension, it just lets you do it. It lets you configure your containers. So how do you explain it? Let me go to a separate workspace, right? So let me go here. So if you open a terminal in i3, you like get it full screen. Then you open a second one, right? Two of them. They open side by side. Then let's say you want to have them both full screen. Well, you do super W, and now they, you see, so this is like second, right? This is like first. Right, so first, second, and when you do super W, you have them tabbed like this. Now let's say you want to open something on the side here, but still have this one full size on the side. So you press, you need to like create a container around this window and add a horizontal split. It depends on the hotkeys, but I think default one is super B. So here I pressed super B, and you can see it like now has H, and then in the square brackets on top has like Alacrity. So now when I open new window, it will open on the side here because this is now a container. So I press super enter, and now you see it opens here. So this one is third. And now first, third. And if I go right again, it's gonna give me second full screen. And I can actually do it infinitely, right? I can open another one and it will open in this tab. I can split the second one further, so I can press mod T. And now you see the border below here. It's also blue. I don't know if it's visible on the stream, but it's slightly more bright blue. Hopefully it's visible on stream. So this is like light blue. This is like the same blue, but it's thicker. It's a VM. Yeah, it is from Window Manager. Yeah, and now if I press, I have this on the side, you see? And now I can open them like this infinitely. I can also keep splitting this one, right? And then this one, so yeah. But this, at this point, is just Window Manager masturbation. And you can also change this layout, right? So I can also make them tabbed. Like tab and tab. I can also do it like this and then move this one underneath. Yeah, and I can... Yeah, so this is basically built-in features of i3VM. Right. So serialized string. Buffer, source, and cursor, I guess? And now I don't even need to do that. I just pass a pointer to cursor. So memory, source count. I wonder if it's gonna work. And then source.data. And cursor plus source.count. So I think that's literally it, and now I should be able to do serialized string, buffer, report.path, and cursor. And same here. Serialized string, again buffer, report.name, cursor, And that's it. And it also means that I can like delete the scope. Right, so let's compile this motherfucker. Actually, error. Wow. Oh, right. Yeah. So the star should be here. What's that? Array subscript must be an integer. What? Oh, right. Yeah. So this must be. You see how it doesn't let me use pointer here. It's pretty based. There you go. And now we can, I think, launch this again. So will this work? Let me just serialize. Oh shit. Array bounce check failed. Bleh. Where exactly did it fail? This is what I was talking about. I get array bounce check. So let's check it out. We get the memory. So cursor is an address 16. Ah, motherfucker. I need to dereference this. Fuck. Right, so now cursor is insane. Yeah. Bitch. Where is it? There you go. I should probably do like... I just dereference it. And then... And then at the end, I just do... Wait, this one? Plus count, and then I do cursor... I think that's just easier, so I don't have like I'm not in a risk to forget to add a star. That's actually what I was talking about exactly. So you see how array bounce check here literally saved my ass. If I were in C here, like hello undefined behavior, you know. Yep. Let me see if stream is okay since I got cooked. Seems like we're fine. Boom. Boom, boom. Let's check binary data. Test 2 plus 2. Count. This is the status. Now we have this. Now we have the next count. And it's 8 bytes. And then we have test.jai, and then we're gonna have like next count. Nice, nice, nice. So serializing strings works. Seems like it's pretty reliable. In fact, now let's serialize next thing. What's that? Path details. Yeah. Details. Let me do this. Remove that. Remove this. Serialize buffer report details. cursor. So let's actually make this enum smaller. So let it do enum U16 or some shit. Report details. And now we need to serialize actual array. Oh shit. How do we do it? I mean, technically, serializing array is exactly the same as serializing string, with a little exception is that we need to like allocate all of this size of it up front. So I kind of did it here. You know, maybe I need to, like, you see, like assert size. Maybe I need to store it, right? For example, I can put it here on the report, and here on the assert report, like kind of cached size. So I can still allocate the buffer of the correct size. But then, for example, I can kind of use it, because now I need to sort of do this shit again. Calculate assert size. Well, I can put it onto assert, let's be honest. Actually, never mind. Yeah, I can just iterate and put those one by one. Never mind. Yeah, I'm done. Wait, what happens? Why am I getting pinged? Oh shit, we get spams. Well, let me nuke. Let me nuke the spammer. Fuck, how do you do it? Pan spam. Boom, get nuked. Okay. Sorry, minor technical difficulty. Let's proceed. So what I was thinking about is that maybe I can reuse serializing string to serialize this, but I guess that there's probably no point. So yeah, let's just so for report assert results. We need to serialize success, details, user message, location. Memory equals to buffer cursor. Memory, and we cast it to bool pointer. Oh wait, I forgot to do mem copy here. Mem CPY memory size. No, it's like pointer to report that's status, and then size of the status. Yeah. What? Lyrics in my songs? What the fuck? Instant skip. So mem copy. Memory it dot status and size of bool. No, status. Oh, details. Plus equals size of bool. Next, serialize string. Again, buffer. It dot details and cursor. Next string it the user message, user message, and then serialize location. So it's location dot line locate, like just location. I'll just do it in line. No need to be a bitch about it. Same cursor, and then mem cpy into memory it dot loc dot line and size of, and it should be a pointer, size of s32, and then cursor plus equals size of s32, which is 4. By the way, if you didn't know, column, there you have it. So success, details, user details, location, a user message, location. I think that's it. And then we need to serialize location of the test report. I guess we'll just copy. And it's gonna be report dot loc. It's also loc, yeah. Report loc. The fuck am I? Yeah, say. I think that's it. Wait, no. This is a fatal fucking mistake. Memory equals almost got wrecked. Thanks for noticing, chat. I'm sorry. Please feel free to lurk. Twitch maybe does not appreciate you, but I certainly do. Oh. And like maybe that's it. Let's debug this motherfucker. Well, status is not a member of a cert report. Ah, it's success. Yes, status is on the report itself, not on the assert result. Success. Wait, did I not save it? Bruh. Mismatching levels of indir. Ah, yeah, it should be a pointer. There you go. Now let's. Woo! Let me actually move this like somewhat outside for now. Nice. So yeah, we have this. One status, 2 bytes, yes. Now we have this count. So we do boolean, which should be 0, by the way. Wait, does it not have it? Oh no, it has false. Interesting. I mean, I assume this gets serialized to 0. I mean, it must be, right? Like that, there is absolutely no way boolean false in Jai is not 0. Yeah. Like, and now we serialize 2 strings. Let me. Yeah, left 3 is less than or equals right. Look at this. Where's the count? Yeah, 16. There you go. 22. Like, this binary view is all right. You know, it is all right, but the fact that I have to refresh it constantly, that it doesn't get refreshed on its own, is so fucking bullshit. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we... Excuse me. Maybe we need to like take a part of the stream, maybe not this stream, but some other stream, and let's just try out ZDebugger and see if it has like, if it can stand any ground. So let's say its location 0. Why the 0 0? Oh shit, I do not set location on the assert. That's kind of bad. Well, and now we set location of the test itself. Let me update the binary data. Let me actually just... So this is 1 and 22. Yep. And that's it. So how many bytes is it? So first our count is 150, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 16 by 1, bro. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 16 by 9. Pretty much, right? 16 by 9. It's like 144. Wait, but I mean, it's supposed to be bigger. Where are other 6 bytes? Locations are S32, yes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's not even 144, it's like 140. 143. So I allocated slightly more memory. Huh. Why is it? Why is it 150 then? $150. Oh, it must be alignment. Yeah, when I counted this shit, I used new array plus, so it technically allocated 151, like plus 8. So up to the closest like byte boundary. Yeah. Yeah, and I subtracted 1 to store the count. So size of the whole ordeal. Yeah. This is fine. So we are kind of successfully serialized it. Look at this. Yeah, we did serialize it. That's pretty cool. So now that we have a serialized data, we need to send it over the pipe. Bro. You need to send it over the pipe and then, well, yeah, so we return it from serialize, it will end up being here, like here. Right, so serialized and then memory to free equals this. Actually, I don't even need to free it. Like, let's be honest, I will pipe the data and then call exit. Like the data gets magically freed itself. Well, I actually need to add it here because this file gets generated. You know what I think? I kind of think. Where's the template? Yeah. So I kind of think that this may be like the entry point. So the entry point should be an actual Jai file. I shouldn't keep it as a string. So this should be a function call, and then function call will load the procedure like run all tests, and then this run all tests might be a template. Or it might be like a real function. It could be like for test in tests. Do this. So yeah, I mean, it's fine. I like for now I can. For now, these templates, they don't bother me that much. But at some point, if the bootstrapping code becomes too big, I want to start like extracting it into actual files. For now, it's, you know, whatever. Who cares? I unironically need to get the speed though, and put each individual one into a scope, and then have like speed to be equals like this. So I definitely need to do that. Yeah. So each individual, it's because then I will extract it. Oh. Let me remove this white space. There you go. So I have pid equals fork. Yeah, and each test will do the same thing actually. Let me remove this one. Yeah, there you go. There we have it. Fork code for each individual test. I can definitely collapse it into an array. So I can instead of doing this, I can have a template that creates epic fail struct array of these. So array of test reports. So I can make this array constant. Then I can iterate over it by pointer. No, I cannot. I can't iterate over them by pointer. Because it runs in a sub process, but you know what I mean. I can iterate over it, and I can set the copy of it on the context, and then I can run kind of fork in a loop, and then sort of come back and listen to pipes. So yeah, we will do this, but for now, having it in line is just like easier to press like breakpoints and have individual reports. So for example, I have a bunch of fail test in test subscript, which is slightly bigger. Yeah, let me debug this one. Oh, right. Bruh. Does it not even get cold or what? Wow. What the fuck? So we get here. Oh, it goes into the wrong child. How do I convince it to go into the right child? So it goes into a single child and then just exits. GDB, you asshat. how do I... Like, I know that I can disable fork mode child, get break here, and then re-enable it, and then proceed. I know this is gonna work. I guess... let's explore. So GDB set follow fork mode like particular child. Breakpoint before the fork. So yeah, it tells me, the AI tells me that I need to do it like I described. Disable child, then put a breakpoint where I need, and then set it again. This is stupid. It means I have to remove these from my setup, which I liked so much. Dude. I really hope like an actually sane debugger, you know, like RunDBG, will not have this bullshit. GB will be attached to both processes after a call to fork. Does it work with... Oh! Ah, yeah, it's because I disabled that shit. So now I need to do exec set follow mode child. Bro, what? Now I need to do this, and yikes. That works, but it's so fucking stupid. Anyway, test subscript. Boom. Oh. Ah, it has a breakpoint. Well, exited normally. Oh, did I did not put a breakpoint. I need to put breakpoint here. So let me run this, then I'll execute this, then I drop into child, then this as 3 assert results. And let me just go straight to the end and inspect what happened. And then I'll open buffer.data. Whoa! So test subscript, first the count, 399. Ooh. Some old memes. Test the J. K. What the fuck is K? 75. What is 75 exactly? Attempting to index into array that is too small. Array count, index pool. Then after that, ten. What is 10? Oh yeah, 10 is like a line ending. Then we have a bunch of zeros. whatever the fuck that is, then random like 40. Array element index 1 evaluated to false. Ah, yeah, so these are array results. So 1, 2, 3 array results. Yeah, you know what, I mean, it looks good, right? It looks good. Looks quite human if you ask me. So serialization works. What I need to do though is I need to fix... Bro. Let me pop this out. Do it like this. Do it like this. I need to set assert result correctly. So color code. Do you have like color code location? We have color location, I think. Yeah, we have loc equals color location. Loc color location. Assert loc. Can we not like polymorph on it, please? So AF assert report. And then I just do AF assert report loc equals loc line equals assert loc. Let me check how color location works. It's line number. Wait, no. Source code location and character number. Oh, we can have. So we can maybe use fully path file name because technically, you know, the test itself. Yeah, so the test itself can be in one file, but then assert could be called from a helper library, right? And so technically assert itself, like assert itself could be in a separate file. We will deal with this later. Character number. And this could be xxed. Because technically this will do like a loss of information. But undeclared identifier EF assert report. Why not? What is this, do you think? Bitch. Did they typoed it? EF assert report. Oh, motherfucker, it has underscore. Nice, yeah. But if I don't do it, it will yell at me, right? Yeah. Loss of information. So I can avoid loss of information by like... I think you can do this, right? I can do this. I can just truncate. And now if I run it again, I can go to debug console, set follow mode fork, go here and return the buffer, then refresh the binary view. Yeah, so we need to have 3. What's this? 51. No, it's index 3. We need to have something here. So test chai. Where's the location? Count index. This is like the end line, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 51. Let's check the context, epic fail, assert, first one, location, 51.5. So do we have 51.5 here anywhere? Oh, here, look at this, 51 and 5. Epic. Oh yeah, so the reason why we have a lot of zeros is because user message is 0, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of count, which is 0. Then we do not serialize anything. And then we get location 51.5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have instantly like the next one, which also does like false for, yeah. I guess size of boolean is probably 1. It shouldn't be 1. I think J booleans should be like a 64s, but I actually don't. Actually not sure. I mean, it's whatever. I like I don't care about it, because when I'm gonna be deserializing it, I'm just gonna do size of bool, and like, who fucking cares how big they are? I think they're. I don't think they're 1 byte. They probably are 64 bits. I don't know though. I need to take a short bathroom break, people. So let me leave you with this like beautiful binary view of our serialized data, and I'm incredibly proud of. I'm gonna take a short bathroom break, okay? Yeah. Have fun while I. The fuck is my hair? Insane. Yeah. BRB. As an optimization, as something that we like do later. Wait. Yeah, microphone works nice. As an optimization, something we do later, instead of doing this kind of complicated serialization logic, we can allocate a report and all of like asserts just on the flat pool on the arena, and then we could just serialize this memory arena memory, or not even serialize, just pass it straight through the pipe, right? And then on the receiving end, we will just take this arena and again use the same allocator to allocate a report on the receiving end. Right, this would be like a future optimization. Maybe actually I should have just started with it. Is that I started writing this serialization code at like 2 a.m. So using Flatpool just didn't occur to me. Yeah, but now it's only midnight. So I'm slightly less cooked. Oh, my stream dashboard is frozen. Wait, let me. And now I see fucking ghosts. Man, look at this. Like, look at this shit. I can't see chat because it's cooked. Bitch. Refresh. Okay, we're back. I don't think there was anything in the chat, and also I forgot to remove BRB. Yeah. Yeah. Let me pop this out, yeah. So what now? Now I need to deserialize it, but in order to deserialize it, first I need to send it to the pipe and then receive it on the pipe. So I get to create two pipes. PID. Let me read pipe manual. Pipe.2. There was an example usage. Pipe then fork to create child process, then child inherits duplicate set of file descriptors that refer to the same pipe. After fork, each process closes the file descriptors that it doesn't need. For the other pipe, see pipe 7. The parent then writes the string and the child reads. I need the other way, but I think it's probably the same shit. Fork, blah blah blah, exit, blah blah blah, child reads from the pipe while read. But they don't close here. and parental rights. Ah, here, yeah, close unused read. Close unused write. I see. I see. I see. Um. What happens? I mean, I probably need to open a pipe per child per sub process. I don't think, well, I don't know for sure, but I don't think I can reuse the same pipe for apologize. I don't think I can reuse the same pipe for parent, right? I'm in the situation where parent has the same read part of the pipe, and then children have, children like inherit different write pipes, and they all like spam into the same pipe. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Like, just logically in my head, it sounds way too fucking sketchy to allow that. So what we have to do is to have a separate pipes. Chat, people, I'm falling asleep. I have become the resident sleeper. Oh, Sebastian. How's Jai support in Emacs? There's major plugin. Yes. As you can see, we have a major plugin in Emacs. You see this all like it's fucking sexy ass syntax highlighting, and I'll tell you even more. I am the one maintaining it currently. See, this is me. It is. It doesn't have any like insane features. So there is actually another Jai mode, which is Jai TS mode. So this mode just uses regular ass Emacs, like syntax, like PPSS, PPSS. So the syntax table and regular expressions and font log, blah, 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 right? But it is more complete. It's still more complete than Jai TS mode, which uses tree-sitter grammar. Because tree-sitter grammar for Jai, the most like advanced one, is not complete yet. So in the future, I hope that this mode will become like the norm, and I can just how do you call it? Deprecate archive this one. Yeah. I haven't created this mode per se. It was created by Christopher Gronlund many years ago, like 10 years ago. I just took over the maintenance in maybe the last like couple years. And I've added a bunch of like stuff, including error regular expressions for compile mode. And so look at this weird as fucking regex to get types. And it still doesn't work properly. But yeah, we do have a max mode, even two of them. Hey, Detol Skincare, are you from Ukraine? No, I'm not. I'm actually from Russia. Yeah, that's a scary ass one. Well, on the bright side, like you probably know it, right? Bro, what the fuck? Oh, interesting. Yeah, so on the bright side, there is a regex builder in Emacs, right? So you can do like regex builder here, and you can literally type like, you see exists, and you get like matched live, and so you can use it as regex constructor. Then you can debug your regular expressions on the fly, and then just copy this regular expression and paste it into there. So at least you get some help from the editor. You don't just, YOLO your regular expression and then rebuild the entire mode and hope it works. You can kind of check it out right away, right? So it's not, at least in this case, it's not as bad to write those. To read those back, yeah, it's fucking impossible. Does NVIDIA GPU works fine with Linux Ubuntu? Honestly, like honest to God answer, I don't know. I don't know what is the current situation with NVIDIA GPU on Linux. You can try, nothing stops you from trying, but I use AMD GPU. So a couple years ago, NVIDIA situation was bad on Wayland. So if you use X11 window manager or X11 desktop environment, you're fine. NVIDIA works just fine. If we're talking about modern like Wayland thing, so a couple years ago, NVIDIA was very bad. So I actually switched to AMD GPU when my old GPU died, and AMD works flawlessly on Linux. But when it comes to NVIDIA in 2025, it's definitely better than it was 2 years ago because NVIDIA open sourced kernel mode, like kernel module drivers, and they also hired like a Nuvu guy. So it is better now, but I don't know how much better. For AI ML works, should we buy AMD as well in Ubuntu based? I mean, per my previous knowledge, AMD, right? Unless you have to program CUDA, then just go with AMD, like why not? Didn't like PewDiePie released a video about him making like a GPU cluster, and I think he just literally used 20 of these. I have RX 79 XT, so this is like top of the line AMD GPU, and I think he just bought like 20 of these. So it's like $20,000. But yeah. It's still cheaper than buying latest NVIDIA GPU, by the way, but yeah, it's not cheap. So yeah, if you're not tied to CUDA, I would buy AMD. On top of that, like if you go to let me actually do this. So if you go to Tiny Corp. Oh, right. So Tiny Corp, it's a George Hotz company that sells kind of AI enabled hardware. I think they use AMD. I'm pretty sure they just use AMD. Specs, yeah, Tiny Box. Yeah, you see? Ah, it's CPU, fuck. What's the GPU? No, they switched to NVIDIA. What the fuck? I was so sure that they use AMD. I wonder why. I remember there was some drama between him and AMD. Huh. Well, never mind then. They use AMD CPUs but not GPUs. Well, oh well. AMD then. Right. So, what was I talking about? I was talking about doing the pipe. So I assume each of those needs the pipe. So we do PID and now we do pipe. Yeah, so pipe, FD, it's 2 S32. Then buffer is So first I need to read the size of to the buffer. So it's like 8 bytes, right? I guess I can do size of S64. I mean, I can just do report size S64, right? Then PID I already have. Then we do this, right? Pipe ID. Let me again do pipe. See how the API exactly looks. We call pipe. If pipe equals -1, then log error couldn't open pipe for I guess this, for getting report, just like that. I'm not gonna exit. I'm still gonna probably proceed. Yeah, probably gonna proceed. Actually, you know, should I proceed in this case? Because now the test will be completely silent. Actually, yeah. We could say something like print to std out or something like that. We can do like, yeah, print to std out because this, not now. Now just let's log error and, did I? No. Did I fucked it up? No, I did not, okay. Pipe and then, if not error. So this motherfucker needs to do close pipe fd, which one? Read pipe. It needs to do 0. So close unused read end. I don't care if I can close it. Just fuck it. Now we have serialized. Where's the right part? There you go. And then we do write serialized data. No, we write to pipe fd first. Then we do serialized data. Then we do serialized count. There you go. And if we log error could not return best report. Probably like Then else parent of, let's just do this, close pipe fd1, we don't need this motherfucker. And then we need to read from the pipe. So first I need to size, right? So report size equals to read pipe fd 0, right? You read from the 0th one. Yeah, you read from the 0th one. Report size. Wait, let me. It's not like this. Pointer 2. So red report size. How much? Yeah, size of S64. How do you check rate error? It's while more than 0. Food. Bro, why are you like this? How many times do I need to time you out? Can't you just be normal, Sir James Richard? Yeah, any last words before I nuke you from existence? Any last words? Okay. Couldn't read report size from the pipe. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I wanted to, like, I thought you're just 12-year-old, but if you know SpongeBob, then you're probably older. I don't think kids these days watch SpongeBob. I think kids these days only watch, like, fucking Cocomelon brain rot. Yeah, but SpongeBob was probably only watched by, like, old people. Like you and me. Scooby-Doo. Actually, like when I was little, Scooby-Doo somehow went over me. I mean, it just generally wasn't as popular in Russia. Else, so yeah, we had this. This is extremely popular one. This one. In English, it's called "Well, Just You Wait." So otherwise, what do we do? I guess I can just allocate the buffer, right? So I can do report buffer. Maybe it's just buffer. New array. Uh, so we're serializing here. So where is the memory? Yeah, like this. New array of what? Of report size, and it's gonna be U8. False. And do I need alignment? Masha and the bear. Yeah, it's been 15 years, something like this. I mean, there are a few of them popular. There are a few popular ones, but I guess the popularity kind of drops down. Do I need an alignment? I don't think I need an alignment. I mean, whatever, let's do. So I can do a buffer. And now I can do... buffer read equals, so read pipe fd 0. How much do I read? Well, it's buffer.data, and I guess buffer.count. Well, count will be like fucking... It's gonna be like aligned. Oh, wait, no. I know how many I need to read. I need to read report size bytes. Yeah. Right. So assert. Let's just fucking assert it. Buffer.count is more than equal than report size. Right. So report won't feed into the buffer. And so we have buffer count versus report size. Yeah. Actually, let's just spread it like this. Nice. Anyway, we do this, then we read the buffer data, and I guess I need to put like a breakpoint here. Like here. We're gonna compile. Oh, wait, what? Error expected. Oh, shit. Versus. What the fuck? Oh, I'm an idiot. There should be a comma. Nice. So pipe of the mismatch label of indirection. Type wanted, type given. Really? Serialized count. Type wanted, type givens. Ooh. Right. Number sinus mismatch, sorry. A buffer red, undeclared identifier. Of course. Buffer red again. There you go. Yeah, so now what I want to do is I want to go to generated main, and I actually want to just YOLO straight up like here. Wait. Oh, I just didn't run it. Can't read size from the pipe? What? Zero. Huh? Who? Brother, what? Couldn't read, couldn't read, couldn't read, couldn't read. Why not? Okay, let's debug this motherfucker. Let's go straight here and run it again. I know why. I know why. I know exactly why. I forked too early. I need fork after I create pipes. Let me YOLO it one more time. What happened? Ah, yeah, this file gets recreated every time, so I lose my breakpoints. Wait, no? Wait. What happened? Oh, am I blocking on the pipe somewhere? I am probably blocking on the pipe somewhere. Flip, 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 flip. Where's the output? Why the output kind of like flashes and then disappears? Yeah, I'm 100% waiting on the pipe somewhere. Shit. Okay, let me go straight to the beginning then, like on the very top test, and just like restart it here. No? The fuck? What do you not like? What do you not like? Okay, pipe FD. This. We pipe. So let me put breakpoints here. I guess I need to set the forking situation, fork mode child. Then I go here. I close the read part of the pipe. I do all this. All right, yeah. So let me refresh the buffer size. Yep, we get the report correctly. Now we need to write to the pipe. So the count is 151, which is here. Oh, I need to write. No. It's all good. Yeah. I write 151. It's all right. Yeah. So I just write all of the data right here. Boom. So how much is written? 151. 151. Like, we're literally good. I mean, that was fine. And then I should be able to read all of this. So let me remove this breakpoint. There you go. So size red. And why are we blocking? So, and we block here. So it doesn't let me read from the pipe. Or like, so it waits on the pipe, but why? What happens? Is there a... So there's like a... something that is paused. Look at this. Maybe like some of them was paused on the breakpoint or something. Apparently not. Oh, what the fuck, bro? Should like need... maybe it needs to wait or something, but no, I mean, the pipes should be maintained by the kernel. Do they not? So it does write. If write stdout file no. What the fuck is this? The formatting is fucking broken. Let me open it here. So child does this. Yeah, it writes. This just flushes the buffer. Is it required to close? Maybe we are like required to close this. Blah blah blah. General modification mechanism has to tell the kernel which sources of events to watch. Let me read. Pipe creates pipe unidirectional data channel that can be used for interprocess. The array pipe fd is used to return two file descriptors referring to the ends of the pipe. 0 to the read end, 1 to the write end. So I'm not fucking anything up. I'm read from 0, I write to 1. Okay. And the following values can be ordered, flags, close on exec. I own packet mode. If red specifies 0.next packet, then requested number of bytes are read and excess bytes in the packet are discarded. Hello, Mr. 21. Welcome. But I do not pass anything like that. I have no fucking clue. Let's do... This is just bash pipe. Ah, no, not really. Do we have like a... No, we don't have any examples here. So why could it be blocked? So why could it be blocked? A bomb. And now it's gonna get blocked. Oh, is report size cooked? Like, I mean, the address. Huh? Oh wait, it's this is what you need to do. Yeah, it's fucking GDB. Now my brain needs to jump between C and J syntax. It's not good. Yeah, there is an address, so we are fine. And yeah, and it just blocks. It's just blocked. I know, let me, I guess, just close it here. Maybe this is what it wants. Bam, bam. Bam. Nope. Like this part, it writes to the pipe, like for sure. But then we can't read it here. Maybe there is something different that I don't understand. Let's like search for it. Linux C pipe write from child process to parent. Yep. Oh, Fitik, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to our tea lovers club. Appreciate the support. And I guess our pipe lovers club too. Nope, this is fucked. Is there such a thing as pipe loving? If there weren't, there is now for sure. You need to add null term. Anana is some fucking bullshit. So do we go and ask hallucination machine? Parent has to run the pipe first. Gives you one pipe with 2 file descriptors. Then you fork and A becomes 2 identical processes for now. So we are running 2 copies of A code. Almost the only difference is blah 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 blah. If you want to use the pipe, A has to close the FD for the read end. And A has to close the AD for the write end. No, I don't do exec. I only do fork, by the way. Two-way communication. Okay, we are like down at the bottom. There's always gotta be a first yes. We are at the very bottom. We are going to gigs for gigs. Can you imagine that? Okay, parent closes. Closes the read end of the first pipe. Oh wait, no, this is not it. I need to wait? Really? What does wait do? Where'd you get wait? Is wait a really like... Oh shit. I didn't know there's wait syscall. Ah, I used to wait for state change. Child terminated, child was stopped, or by signal, or child was resumed. If child has already changed state, then this calls return immediately, otherwise they block. Maybe I need to call wait pid. Read string from the child. Then child closes writing, read string from the first pipe, concatenate, close both reading ends. Right. So let's do wait pid then. So wait pid. What do you want? Wait for child process to stop or terminate. PAD, stat lock. What the fuck is stat lock? Do I just set null to here? There were examples of calling wait pid. Status and options. Ah, fuck, status. So yeah. Let's just do this. Just literally copy this motherfucker. And description, refer to wait. Options. Value of options is an or 0. Return immediately if no child has exited. Return if a child has stopped. Return if stopped child has been resumed. No, I don't care about any of this. I just do that. Return and status and options. Now let me, do the thing. Close status options wait pid. Huh. Look at this. Look at this shit. So it blocks here and... But why? What is the issue? So let me actually maybe... maybe print to the console or something. I don't know, just like fucking print it. Exiting. Is it maybe so that you make sure that there is no writing while reading? Or else why would you wait? I mean, it is a pipe, right? So technically you just start reading on the pipe and it should block until the data has arrived. But I can't read even a well, technically it's not a single byte, it's 8 bytes. But I can't even read that, but you see even wait pid itself blocks. So something is like sus. And I see that some strings are flashing here. So let me be like here. Huh? Bro. Written before reading is ready. I mean, I don't know. Like, I never worked with pipes before, so I don't really know how they work. Why am I not breaking? What the fuck? Ah, yeah. Because we are... Yeah. So I need to go here and break here on the very first one. There we have it. Actually, maybe I need to close it earlier. Right, so if we check the example... Actually, no. Look at this, like parent process closes after forking. Yeah, it makes sense. If we close before forking, then we don't get like a copy of the writing end. Yeah, this thing doesn't make much sense. Read. Well, let's figure it out then. Let me go to the child debugging so I can also go here. I need to exact follow this motherfucker and then boom. So we close. We do a bunch of calculation. We serialize the memory. Let me actually put this debug point off. Then you write and look at this. Written is written, yeah. Now we print. Exiting. And now we exit. Right, so let's go here and now parent. Oh, we can go back. Fuck. Oh, but it exited. Hey, I mean, this time it exited. The fuck? Bro. Yeah, so I'm wait peeding and nothing happens. Right, we just block. Let me launch it in like the console and see how it works without debugger. Boom. Huh? What the fuck is this? What's that? Index 1, format string. Bro, what is this? Oh, yeah. Bro. This is like a compile error. Let me compile and let me... Exiting test non-zero, exiting subscript, exiting. Let me... So the tests are all exit, but... And everything else exits as well, by the way. I'm actually... Wait a second. Does it work all of a sudden without debugger, or what the fuck happens? Wait, ped, read size, buffer red. So what do we do? Let's just like print. I don't know. Let's just like print a buffer. Just like buffer. Why not? What the fuck? Why does it print? Why does it print the test call like as a string? What the fuck? And I mean, look at this. It actually isn't blocking though. Oh right, this needs to be. I forget. I keep forgetting that this is actually a string literal that then gets turned into a code. There you go. Segmentation fault. The faulty address is bleh. The program crashed because it tried to write or to read from an invalid memory. Get U64 print integer, and so buffer is scuffed. So this is all because I don't check the red. So what is read? Read. What was the read error checking? Yeah, it should be if it's less than equals 0. So actually, let's print the size. And report size. Yeah, before we do anything else. Well, I need to compile. Yeah, 150. So size is correct. So we are reading size correctly. So we read the size correctly. No, there shouldn't be null terminator because in Jai strings are not sized. And I serialize count and then the string contents. So I first read the count, then contents. And now I'm not even processing anything. I just read the raw bytes. I don't like properly deserialize it. So this maybe I maybe haven't like allocated it correctly. Buffer data, buffer count. So we read size correctly, actually. That is very cool. Now I allocate the scrap. Yeah, I assert that this is right. And I'm trying to read 150 bytes into this, into the buffer. So the faulty address is this. Print to builder. Let's print. Let's do it like this. And so yeah, it's an empty buffer. Right. Then we're trying to read this. And then all of a sudden we are cooked. Let's do if buffer read less or equals than 0. Read is cooked. Look at this, read is not cooked. Read report of bytes and buffer read. $143 bytes. Yeah, that is totally fine. This is exactly how much we sent, by the way, from the first test. Actually, that should actually be a diff. Oh, that's probably should be a different one. No. There are like locations now. Yeah, I think it's fine, but then I can't print the buffer. Like, why? What? I'm a fucking oh my god. I passed. So look at this. Buffer.data is already a pointer to U8, and I'm taking a pointer of a pointer. So I'm completely destroying. Yeah, there you go. This is like a signal that sleepy soon. and I can't debug it. And I cannot debug it because... And the weirdest thing is that this won't help me. Right, so... Like, normally Jai would just say you that missing levels of indirection. But the problem with POSIX is that it accepts void pointer, right? This is the issue with POSIX. Well, in general with C APIs is that they just do shit like this, and that's why you know, for example, if I used like a Jai native wrapper, it would accept an array of bytes, and if I try to pass something fishy, I would get like type safe protection. But since like raw POSIX calls have void pointer, they pretty much accept anything. Right. And it makes sense because you use read for all sorts of crap in POSIX, right? For example, you can read into socket. You can read into an arbitrary struct. For example, when you read inputs, you need to do like input event here, right? Which is not an array of U8s. It's literally a struct. But yeah. There was a file read in Jai. Why would I... Well, I guess it also accepts data as a void pointer, so it would not help me. Why are there runtime type issues in my compiled language? Yeah. I mean, at least it's a segfault that happens right away. And, you know, it's not some corrupted memory like down the line. Because, yeah, this can happen. So if I wanted to be type safe, I need a function that would say read bytes. And read bytes should accept, you know, the fucking U8 slice. I was actually thinking about it. Look at it. Syntax highlighting of my Emacs mode pooped. Is it because... Huh, yeah, it... Yeah, so it just literally, Emacs just literally shut the bed. It happens sometimes. But yeah, the point being... Wait, am I dropping frames? No, I'm not. So yeah, the point being, this is kind of like a minimalistic file library. I was thinking about writing my own file utilities and, you know, doing it in like a crazy way, maybe porting Rust one, because Rust file library is super crazy in the sense that it's like, it's anally fucking type safe about this stuff. It handles pretty much anything, like permission errors, all sorts of data, all sorts of crap. And kind of on the back of my head, I think that maybe, you know, this would be like a fun project to do. Just write a subset of Rust file library in Jai. Just to see like how type system helps you with it. Or I guess in general, like compile time programming. Anyway, doesn't matter. So now what actually bothers me is why can't I debug this? Why when I try to debug it, I get blocked? Why is that? Yeah. Why? Why doesn't work under debugger? How am I supposed to debug it? Oh, you know what? Maybe um, maybe it's because I'm detaching on fork. Maybe because I'm not detaching on fork. So you know, because debugger is attached to both sides. Let me remove this part. Yes, because it's because so debugger is attached to forked process, and that's why it can't like exit or something like that. Thanks fucking god I thought about it. Yeah, so we do that. We read the buffer. And now we have a buffer, which, yeah, a bunch of bytes. Whee! And look at this, test 2 plus 2 home, blah, 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 path. We have all of that. Some like Brazilian Portuguese noises. Anyway, it works. It works. It works. It works. It fucking works. Beautiful. And now all I need to do is to how is it called? Deserialize it on receiving end. Let me just move it here. Wait, what? Yeah. La, la, la. Nice. Should I really do it today? I don't think I should because I'm kind of. I started doing this stupid kind of mistakes, and usually it is, you know, kind of a signal that maybe it is time to go to bed. Um, what's that? Yeah, let me remove all these prints. Couldn't read report. Else. Right here, I'm just like kind of deserialized. What am I working on? Oh yeah. So I'm working on testing framework for Jai. That's basically the gist of it. So this is the code for the runner itself. So what it does is, so how it works, when you compile your program, this is the compile. You just compile your regular program like main.jai or something like that. You append my metaprogram plugin. So I implemented the testing framework as a metaprogram plugin. And what it will do is it will go to the working directory of your project. It will find this, the file tests.jai. Then it will compile these tests separately as an executable. Well, not really as an executable. So I have a multiple ways of doing it, but TLDR is that the current way I'm kind of exploring is it will at compile time fetch all of individual tests function, right? So again, it will fetch at compile time all of these individual test function, and it will call them in this sort of fashion. So this is generated file. This is like generated code of the test runner. So for each test, it generates this code where it, well, a bunch of piping code that I just wrote, and then somewhere in the middle, it will actually call the test. Where the fuck? Yeah, here, test 2 plus 2. It will call it. And then it will call, and you can see that it inserts the name of the test, it inserts the path to the test, and stuff like that. All of this information gets at compile time. On top of that, so this is like Jai metaprogramming, compile time execution, blah, blah, blah. On top of that, we have a very powerful assert macro, which is, it doesn't accept an expression, it accepts a code. So it accepts literally like an AST node. Then it parses the code. And then depending on the way, depending on the type of the code, for example, for now I handle binary operators only, right? And in binary operators, I just literally check, okay, is it the comparison code? So for example, here you can see we sent like 2 + 1 = 4. This is a comparison operator. So, and the comparison code is literally this. We take the operator type and we kind of check. If it's one of these, we return true. And if it's a comparison code, we generate a code that will assert on this comparison, right? And it literally creates two declarations. So it will turn this code into left equals 2 + 1, right equals 4, and then if left not equals, how does it go? Yeah, so it checks if both of them are numbers and then compares. So it will it will do this. If left like equals right, then it will do what? Here. So it will literally insert this code. So it checks if the status is not failed already, it will set it to success. And then else, it will insert this code. So it will set the success to fail. Then it will generate like a details when it tells you exactly, was it greater than, was it less than, was it not equals, right? And it will print these details, blah, blah, blah. And then this report will get collected, serialized, and sent back to the testing framework, where now I need to deserialize it to show to the user, you see? Yeah. And so I'm doing it so that the simple thing, you know, if it's a regular assertion, it will just, oh, assert false. Like what false? What exactly didn't work, right? Was it like bigger or not? So yeah, and all of this code, it gets generated at compile time, because Jai compile time execution metaprogramming is very like powerful. And this, well, first, of course, I need a testing framework for my other projects to just, you know, write tests for them. But also I really want to like stretch Jai metaprogramming. Yeah. And you can see that I can test comparisons. I can also test array subscripts. And so this is very useful for cases like this, right? So for example, I assert a subscript on an array, and the issue is that this array, for example, it's actually, where's get array? Yeah, you see, so this array has only 3 elements, but I am trying to get 4th one. So in the normal code, this would panic and crash. But my assertion parser, it will actually, here, assert subscript, it will parse the array out. It will check the count of the array. And it will tell you that you're attempting to index into array that is too small, instead of crashing the test. So it will give you a very like human readable error that you put here. And it can also, so for this kind of assertions, right? So just index, it will tell you that, okay, the array element under index blah is evaluated to false, and element was this. So it will tell you that, okay, this was 0, right? Instead of just telling you false or and also we assert, so why am I calling every test in a sub process instead of, just calling them in line? Because if one of the tests actually seg faults, so for example, this kind of situation we can't parse properly, right? Because macro will accept this code. We will know that the index is getting from this procedure, but the macro itself doesn't get access to this procedure body. And this procedure body will return you an index out of bounds, which will segfault your test. And we need to run each of the tests in a sub process so that when one of the tests segfaults, we, don't abort all other tests if you don't want to. So that's why I go through all of this sort of a complication of running each individual subtest in a forked process. But also, it's kind of more robust anyway, because now you can imagine that you can, on top of fork, you can exec each individual test, and you can, for example, run your test runner in one computer, but execute tests themselves on different computers, and then you can collect the results and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. So it is like intentionally like explorative, very meta-programming heavy test framework, where you see I'm like literally creating blocks at compile time, right, from AST. So maybe binary operator is an easy one, right? I can create code binary operator. I set the operator type and I set left, right part, and then I return it. Same for declaration, right? So this code will return the code that looks like this when I insert it into the tree. Same for identifier. Yeah, I can create if, else conditions. I can create blocks with like statements. And I can create procedure calls too. So I use it to sometimes print stuff, right? So I have create print, and create print is kind of a helper to print arbitrary code nodes, right? So, and I sometimes see this is kind of commented out, but I can do create print. This is the format string EFRE count, and then identifier for the count. So it's just like a kind of a helper one. But you can see how you create code programmatically in Jai. There is also code, what is it? Directive, so this, but you can just write code literally without doing all of the AST magic, and you can then insert this code. So you can then transform this code into AST if you want, but you don't have to. You can just literally insert it. Right, so this is like comparison else. And then I just create if from those two branches, from if and else blocks that I pass as a root when at the node by taking it from the code literal. Jai also lets you insert code as raw string. For example, I do it in the runner code itself, right? So you were seeing me working on the runner part right now. And it looks like I'm writing code, but actually it's just a special syntax highlighting thing in Emacs. It is a string literal. This is a string literal. And here and here, I'm just inserting into the string literal here at compile time when I create a runner. Yeah, so you can see that it uses print to string builder. Yeah, so this is a string literal that gets turned into a code also in a type safe way, right? So it will get the string, it will parse it, it will type check it, it will insert it back into the tree, and yeah. And you can also like see the result, and you can, as you saw, a lot of compile time languages, they make it really hard to debug resulting code, but in Jai you will get the resulting string, and you can literally push, like set breakpoints and all the stuff. So it's very convenient too. I'm so impressed. This adds whole new level of programming. Yeah. Yeah. Like you can write John email. He adds like few people before every like beta release, but he usually also gets a fuck ton of emails. About porting file utilities to Rust, can't you replicate Rust overly protective system in Jai? Like using the compile time execution system, trying to handle. Yeah, that's hey Max Reinhardt. That's the idea. I meant porting file from Rust to Jai by recreating all of the Rust kind of logic in a compile time checks. Yeah. Yeah, so Jai can have the same level of compile time obsessive autism because we can just so Jai lets you write an analogy of trait boundaries. I don't know how familiar you're with Rust. So Rust has like a trait boundaries where you know. I mean, I can just show it. Rust trait bound. It's trait bounds. It's not boundaries. Sorry. I'm not a real Rust programmer. Where is it? Yeah, so this kind of stuff. So so in Rust you can do this where block, and you have blah 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 blah, right? You can like you have a struct, it has like a T, and T needs to implement copy. So this kind of stuff. This is a trait bounds, and you see it kind of becomes its own language, right? Super overloaded with punctuation, whereas like some more like hairy trait bounds. Yeah, so Rust by example, Rust reference doesn't have it, but some of these bounds are fucking crazy. And what Jai instead has, Jai doesn't have a separate language for type assertion. Jai has modify directive. And modify directive gives you these types, and you can just write normal fucking code. And then you return true or false at the end to accept or reject the polymorph. How the polymorph. Yeah, polymorph. So in this case, SOA is a polymorphic struct that accepts a type and an integer. And we want to say we only accept types that are structs, right? And so you like get type info of this T, which is generic, and you say, okay, return true only if it's a struct. So this is like how you do it in Jai. And also, for example, is there something more maybe? Oh yeah, right. So put accepts a string builder and then a type. And we only want to accept this polymorph if type is one of the integers. There you have it. And in Rust it would be something like where like T what it was T and I don't know and something, right? But here is just literally a code. Regular code, you can have like for loops here, if expressions, all the stuff. Interesting that Codes has serialization code. Nice. Thank you, Emacs, for this beautiful syntax. Yeah. The real Francis. Yeah, hello. So yeah. I really like it. I like that there are no like two separate languages in the language. Can you also check the fields of a struct? Yes, you can. You can. Yeah. So you can do it like this. You can get type info struct. So let me actually show it. It's in preload. It's actually all in user space, by the way. So you can look at all of these struct definitions, right? So type info struct has members, and each individual member of the struct has a name and a type. So you know what it means if you what the fuck? I'm starting like I'm fat fingering a lot. So if you get type info of, which is a good struct to show, of this struct, it will have status of this type, name of this type, blah 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 blah, right? And you get offset in bytes of each individual member and stuff like this. And you know if it's a constant and has using, right? And you can have a pretty like powerful things here. So for example, in my other project, let me show you what you can do with it. XCB module. So you can load. So here I am loading DLL at runtime, dynamically loading DLLs. And I have this kind of load procs procedure that I pass a symbols. I pass a list of DLLs to load, and then a pointer to bool. And XCB symbols is actually is a struct that is full of procedure pointers. So I just use this struct as a namespace, and for example has XCB char to be next, and it's a type of a C call that returns like void, right? So it's just literally a bunch of procedure pointers. So what this load procs does is, yeah, it accepts procedures, and then for each DLL, it opens it with DL open. Then here's the magic. It gets type info of the struct, of the symbol struct, and then for each member, so it transforms the name. So for example, again, in this case, it doesn't need them. But here, when I load, for example, cursor, I have XCB cursor because on the struct, the names are chopped. So it would be just this, right? So I will add this prefix to load it from the DLL. Hope it makes sense. So you get the proper name. After that, you check if the type is procedure, which it is. So if it's a constant, continue, because you can have a constant proc here that you don't need to load, because it's like this load proc is kind of generic. Then what you do is you get the procedure info pointer. You make sure it is a C call, so make sure it has this. Then you get its offset to bytes and cast it to a pointer to a procedure, and then you DLCM into this pointer. And now this is loaded on the instance of the struct. Otherwise, if it's a regular pointer, you cast it to a pointer to void and also DLCM it. And this, for example, is useful for stuff like XCB sync, and not this XCB sync, XCB sync. Oh, maybe actually this one. Yeah. Which also has this like extension ID. So you load it like separately from procedure pointers. I don't actually think you need to do it technically. Maybe you need. Hey Drain. Yeah. Zeek compile time is very, very primitive compile to Jai. Yeah, it's like it's like super like simple, yeah. You also have to like have this comp time all over the place, which is super annoying. It just looks bad. So this is kind of example of what you can do with type infos, right? And by the way, this happens at runtime, like fully at runtime, this particular code, because you load this DLL at runtime. But I can just, put a run in front of it, right? And I can load DLL fucking dynamically at compile time too. I can just run arbitrary code at compile time as well. So yeah. So that's kind of the example that we have here. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna deserialize this thing later, either on the next stream or maybe off stream. And it's kind of simple too, right? It's exactly the same code I wrote for serialization, but backwards. Before I fuck off, maybe anyone has any questions, either about what we did today or just like general in Jai or anything, I guess. I can maybe read somewhere. Probably will read Kolong. My favorite computer. So, so let me, I guess, prepare the read. If nobody has any questions. Yeah, I apologize for the power flicker today, which I know cooked the stream a little bit. Is there a good Jai documentation or feature publicly available? Actually, yeah, there is. So there is like a Jai wiki. Yeah, like Jai community library. There you go. Ah, shit, it's like hasn't been updated for 3 years. Well, wait, no, its README hasn't been updated, but the wiki itself maybe was. I mean, you probably will find something outdated here, but overall it's pretty solid. I mean, I would expect at least like 80% here be correct. Also, there is like a book there's literally somebody wrote a book of Jai. So somebody already literally wrote a book about the language. So I'll drop the both links here. So here's the book, and here's Jai Community Library. There was also Jai.community. I don't know if it's yeah, it's kind of alive, but I don't know how outdated it is. It's probably super fucking outdated. Yeah, 2021. Yeah. It's like so Jai.community is probably completely irrelevant. So those would be your two best resources. There are also a few YouTube channels. So, I mean, one of them is mine, of course. What the fuck is this? What? Ah, yeah, whatever. So, one of them is my YouTube channel where I put streams. Another one is Jai with Judah. Yeah, so Judah. This channel, Judah Caruso. He's not like super like rigorously active, but all of his videos are very cool. And he also like explores some pretty like deep and advanced topics. There's also, I mean, Jonathan Blow's channel, of course. Like, probably no reason to post it. I know Raphael. Yeah, Raphael has a channel where he sometimes, so 3 months ago, last stream, he like posts stream bots. He's actually not just random like Jai programmer. he's working on the compiler itself, right? So here. Sometimes he uploads videos, and so Nuno had like a very, so author of Arc VCS, he had like very like old series that's called like Joy of Programming in Java, but it's 5 years old. It's probably, I mean, it's probably not super outdated because it just gives you the basics. But yeah, I would, yeah, it's super old. That's the point. And in terms of publicly available material, this is probably your best bet. If you just want to look at a very like advanced code bases, you have two options on GitHub. First, there is of course Focus Editor. This is the biggest publicly available project in Jai. It's a text editor. And it's also, you can just download the editor itself, of course, and use it. And the second biggest one would probably be my Hitboxer. So this is like my keyboard program. It's smaller than Focus. It's like, in terms of first party code, about 10,000 lines of code. Probably like 11 tops, but yeah. Is there a way to stop the debugger from forcibly jumping into inlined functions? From forcibly jumping into inlined. Hey, Buzzer, yes, there is. You can do no inline. No inline here. Disable inlining throughout the program. No. This will make sure that you jump into inline. I mean, by default, you shouldn't jump into inline. So by default, you won't jump into inline, but then if you do no inline, then you will jump into inline. Does it make sense? I don't think I've had no inline, but Remedy still jumps into inline functions. I see. I actually don't know. There was something else. There was also something for macro debug, for debugging macros. Maybe that option got removed. There was an option to, so you can jump into 4 expansions. Yeah, I don't know, you know. I mean, maybe it's broken. Right, maybe it's like a compiler bug, because why else would you, right? Why else would you have this option, right? So I don't know. Maybe at some point, debugger for, that's what I was mean. Enable debugger for expansion macros. Yeah. So, but it's irrelevant. Yeah. So yeah. So maybe it's a bug. Maybe something got like removed. And yeah, I guess maybe something worth mailing in, or maybe it's a behavior of Remedy BG by default. Like, thinking about it, actually, I think GDB also steps into inline code. So I don't know about it. Yeah. So I guess that's it. So it's 2 a.m. I am super cooked. Today was kind of productive. We got serialization working and we got pipes working. Yeah, so I guess all we need to do is to deserialize. So let's raid Lkolong. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to to Twitch chat for the raid. And as always, thank you everyone for watching. I will see you all probably tomorrow, assuming nothing weird will come out. Anyway, you can join the Discord if you want kind of Twitch notifications. Yeah, bye everyone. See you next time.
This. Do we have